Welcome to Wisdom of the World. Today I'm going to tell a story from Mexico. It's about when the truth seems to be drowning and you're about to give up hope. The story is called The 7 Oxen, and it goes like this. Once upon a time, a long time ago in Mexico, there were 8 children, 7 boys and 1 girl. There was no father and no mother. The oldest boy and the oldest girl sort of took care of the rest of the children. They were all not very grown up yet. Next door lived a witch, and the mother of the girl always had said, never ever go to the witch. But at a certain moment, the fire went out, and she thought, okay, she's going to ask the witch and she'll be careful. She didn't believe her mom. But that witch actually slept with her eyes open and was awake when her eyes were closed. So the girl goes to ask for some fire, knocks on the door, and the lady opens, and she stands there with her eyes closed. And the girl thought, oh, she didn't see me, so she sort of snuck beside her. But the witch saw everything and heard everything, and turned around and started to run after the girl, and the girl went as fast as she could back home and locked the door. The witch knocked on the door, but the girl didn't let her in. Then the witch walked around the house, and wherever she walked, corn and oats sprouted up. So the witch left at a certain moment. The girl went out and saw all her vegetables. The vegetables were growing so good, so she cooked it and she fed it to her brothers when they came home. And then all her brothers turned into blue oxen. There she was, 1 girl and 7 blue oxen. She packed her stuff and she went up the hill. But her brothers wouldn't eat the green grass and all that, so she had to go way up on the hill where there was not much left, and there they would eat whatever they could find. And so every day this girl went high up on the mountain to feed her brothers. And one day a king saw her and said, "Can I buy those oxen?" And the girl said, "No, never ever will I sell those oxen." And so the king came by every day, and at a certain moment really was interested in her and said, "Why won't you marry me?" And she says, "Because I don't think anybody will take as good care of these oxen as I do." And then the king said, "Well, come with me and I'll put the royal animal keeper in charge." So after a bit more talking, finally the girl was convinced. And so the oxen also went along and they stayed in the royal garden. Soon they had a baby boy. And the king, however, had to go off to war. And so the girl was alone. And as the girl was sitting up a balcony, the witch saw her and climbed up the balcony and put a pin in her head, which changed her into a dove. And so she was flying around hopelessly, really giving up total hope now. And the witch went into the bed and pretended she was the queen. It was very dark, and when the king finally came back home, she said, "I'm sick, I cannot bear the light." And the king sent all his best doctors there. And then a gardener said, "Hey, there is this dove, and I see this dove flying around this oxen, and it says, 'Look, there I am, my baby is crying, and the oxen are just grazing.'" And he told that to the king, and the king said, bring me that dove. So he did, and he felt and he petted that dove, and he showed it to what he thought was the queen, which actually was the witch. And he immediately said, kill that bird, I can't stand it. But the king didn't. He petted it more, and then he found a little bubble in there, and he pulled out the needle, and out comes the girl. And the girl immediately says, oh, this witch is the one who did this to me, and she's also the one who turned my brothers into blue oxen. So the king grabbed the witch and forced her to change the brothers back. And she did, one by one. She broke off their horns, and they became big adult men now. And the witch was punished, and the king and the girl lived happily ever after. If you have any comments on this story or suggestions for another one, let me know. Thank you.